Hello, Mikhail. My name is Sean Everett, and I am the website analysis expert over at Zucor Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Shanique. She sent your website over to me for analysis. So I'm just going to jump right in and say that you have a nice website. It might be a little simple for today's market, but it's not bad at all. You have a lot of custom photos. That's nice. And you clearly paid some money to have it done. So that's good. But I'm going to tell you that having a nice site is great because once people get here, they'll start clicking and finding out what you're about. But getting them here is the issue. And to get them here, you need to tweak some of the things on the inside of your website. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about because your website in itself, it contains the things that will determine whether or not people come here or not. Now, I'm going to show you what I do when I analyze. The first thing is I go to this paid tool that I have called Ahrefs. It gives me the metrics of your site and shows me how it's been performing. Your site has been underperforming. The next thing I do is I go and do a search here, in this case, Erie, Pennsylvania roofer. And now it's time for me to tell you a little bit about how Google works. Please, I know that your eyes have probably glossed over, but just give me a couple minutes because it's not going to take long to describe what Google is about. Google has developed an algorithm that they say gives their customers the most relevant search results. Now, relevancy for you and me might be a company that has experience, that has a good work ethic, and uses good materials. But a relevant site for Google, a relevant roofer for Google, is a person who has a website that conforms to their algorithm. Now, I don't know which one you would prefer, but it's not the one with the good website necessarily. Now, the first ones up here are the sponsored ones. Also, they have paid to be here. No harm in that, but I don't know why they call it sponsored. I mean, it sounds like you're helping out the Little League team, but they're actually giving Google, one of the largest companies in the world, money. The next thing underneath that is what we call the map pack. They are so called because they are attached to this lovely map. Now, what you're going to ask you when you fill out a Google business profile are things like what year you started your business, what your daily hours are. They're going to ask you, there are going to be some tick boxes for you to choose. And then, of course, the website and your physical address so that people can place you on the map because people do like to hire local. Now, underneath that is what we have, what we call the organic search results. Now, these are entirely and wholly the result of the Google algorithm deciding who goes where. Now, the first several here are lists as opposed to actual contractors. So I'm going to go down until we find an actual contractor. Angie's List, Home Advisor, Better Business Bureau, This Old House, Yelp, Miller's Roofing. They're the very first contractor that I find. So for the purpose of this analysis, I'm going to refer to them as your Google competitor. Now, here is their site. Lovely site. Here we go. Yours. I'm going to do something right off the bat. I'm going to copy and paste your homepage into this word counter. And I'm going to tell you why I'm doing that. Because Google loves content. Google wants their customers to arrive at a homepage that has 1,500 words because Google has determined that 1,500 words is the minimum amount that a site should have in order to be able to educate the Google searcher about whatever subject they're looking for, including businesses. So what they want is 1,500 words, and you have, you have 102 and your competitor has 481. So normally I would say get 482, but you want 1,500 because you want to be on the Google web page up near the top. You can probably beat these lists out if you do it well enough. Now, you could also be here in the map pack and here. Being at the top of each of those lists would make a world of difference to your income. Most people in the world are going to find your site through Google. That's the bottom line. And as we're talking about this, just think about your own Google habits. And I think that you'll see that they kind of align with what I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to go back to the paid tool that I have, Ahrefs, and the words that I'm talking about, the 1,500 words, are actually keywords. There are words that Google expects you to have on your website because it has saved all of the searches that have ever been done and what sites came up as a result of them. Now, it knows what sites belong together because it has, grouped them together on many occasions. So it doesn't really know what your industry is, but it knows what groups belong together. So it has an expectation about what words should be there, and it's essentially that group of Google searches to get you. And they take all of those searches over time, they strip them out and determine which one appeared the most and second most, and so on and so on. Those become the major keywords. Now, I'm going to show you again what you had. You have 23 and Miller's has 382. So Miller's wins because the Google algorithm is a mathematical construct. There's just no way around it. Now, you want to have more than they do, and you're not that far behind. This is not crazy. I'm going to show you what their keywords are, in fact. Roofers, Erie, Pennsylvania. Metal roofing, Erie, Pennsylvania. Amish roofer, Erie roofing. Let's see if there's anything different than what we're doing, because this is the time for me to tell you that there is a difference between contractors and contractor, companies and company, because the algorithm doesn't know our language. It only knows what words it's looking for. And company and companies do not correlate to it. You can't say, oh, well, that's good enough. The algorithm doesn't know. So you want to have all the variations within there. That's why you see so many of these actual Google searches sort of duplicating each other in sort of strange ways. But you can see here's some of the stuff. Shingles is going to be something because it's a word from your industry. If there's other communities around that you service, it's going to have those in there. And that's pretty much it. So you can see that it's not that big of a deal to get a bunch of keywords on there. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is, well, actually, I'm going to show you this first. And the reason that keywords are important, I'm going to do something really fun here. Here, I'm going to type in the word best and see, nope, it says not found. Not found, which means that you do not have that you are the best roofer or best, I know you do other things here too, best stucco or best interior finishing in Erie, Pennsylvania. And if you don't have that on your website, when somebody searches for who is the best roofer in Erie, Pennsylvania, you're not going to come up, because a Google search is essentially matching what you type and seeing if that exists on the site. And those are the sites that pull up as a result of your search. So if you don't have that on there, you're not going to come up, and you want to come up on that search. You definitely do. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is backlinks. You have 7. This means that you have 7 places where your website is listed and there is a link back to you. Those are other sites like Yelp, for instance. Now, I'm going to show you what Miller's has. They have 33, and I'm going to show you what theirs are, because they win that one also. Expertise.com, Yellow Pages, Local, Dex Knows. There's a bunch that are missing here. I don't see Angie's List, although that is a paid one. I don't see Superpages.com. I don't see This Old House. I don't see, there's a bunch I don't see from your industry. And I only know because I have been looking at them for the last several days. So you have an opportunity here because you want your backlinks to be rated in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And there are only 4 here. So you can pull into the lead really easily, because a lot of these ones below this one is rated 0.6. It's not even a full, out of 100, or 0 out of 100. Citing windows, doors, Mercurto, blogspot.com. That's apparently a place people don't go to find their roofers in Erie. So stay away from that one. I don't even know what it is. But stay away from it. And the reason that you want backlinks is because Google looks upon you as having people talk about you. Each link to you means somebody is talking about you. And it's sort of like when you say, oh, everybody's talking about him, so he must be famous. That's the way that Google sees the world. If enough people are talking about you, well, then you must be worthwhile. So you want those backlinks, and you want good backlinks, not terrible ones. So there are 3 things now that I have told you that the Google algorithm is looking for. 1 is the Google business profile. 2 are the organic keywords, and 3 are the backlinks. Here is where the rubber meets the road, because last month you had 25 hits as a result of a Google search. That's down 12 from the month before. That's not very good. Here's Miller's. They had 646. Now, obviously, not each one of these is going to become a request for an estimate, not by any stretch. I don't know what the percentage is, but I know that that percentage is going to be higher than this. The number of clicks that become a customer is going to be higher at 646 than at 25. And the same is true about putting money in your pocket. So, and this is all entirely the result of the fact that they are the very first contractor listed on the Google search. Now, it doesn't matter which of these industries that you want to do the search for, whether it's stucco or interior finishing or custom home building or roofing or framing. All of those things you could do the same sort of test for and see where you stand. Now, I have this paid tool, so it makes it a little bit more easy for me to do that. And all of these things that I'm telling you about, you could do yourself. I'm not going to lie to you. This is not rocket science. But I am going to tell you that it is a laborious, dull, and lengthy process to do all of the research necessary to get you on the sites that you need to be, to find out the correct words in your industry, and to put them on your website. But there is a monetary value to that, and you're not going to make money on your website if you're getting 25 hits a month. That's not even a hit a day. So anyway, if you'd rather spend your time doing the work that you do best, then I would suggest that you give Shanique a call, and she would be happy to guide you through the next steps. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I've been helpful. You have a great rest of your day.